Hey everyone, today I'm making homemade pistachio syrup. It's a simple recipe with only 4 ingredients. So let's get started. The 4 ingredients include 1 cup of water, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of unsalted pistachios, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This will make roughly 1 cup of finished syrup. For step 1, we're going to begin with 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water. I recommend using filtered water if possible. Begin by pouring 1 cup of water into a small or medium saucepan. And if you notice the extra hands, that's our youngest son trying to help us. It's always good to have little helpers. Next, pour in your 1 cup of granulated sugar. The next step is to set your stovetop on medium heat. We're going to be bringing the saucepan to a low boil. As the saucepan heats up, make sure to continually stir the sugar and water mixture. The heating and stirring will cause the sugar to slowly dissolve. This is how my mixture looked after 2 minutes. As you can see, most of the sugar is already dissolved. And after 3 to 4 minutes, it was fully dissolved and we were ready for the next step. Now it's time for the main ingredient, 1 cup of unsalted pistachios. It's easier to buy them with the shells already removed. I got these from Whole Foods, but you can find them at virtually any grocery store. And the great thing about pistachios is that you can eat any leftovers. More on that later. Pour your 1 cup of pistachios into the sugar water mixture. Remember that your stovetop should still be on medium heat. Continue to occasionally stir as we bring the mixture to a low boil. Since the sugar water mixture was already hot, it only took a few minutes to reach the proper temperature. Now that it's hit the low boil, reduce the temperature and simmer for 10 minutes. I set the temperature to low, but you might want to put it between low and medium. As the mixture was simmering, I continued to stir. As you do this, you'll notice that the liquid gets darker and darker. Here's how it looked after 5 minutes of simmering, halfway there. At this point, the 10-minute simmer was complete. You can see the steam rising off. It was time to turn off the stovetop. Next, it's time to strain out the pistachio pieces. I recommend using a mesh strainer like this one because it makes less of a mess. And this one actually fits over my other saucepan. Carefully pour the mixture through the mesh strainer. Make sure to go slow because the mixture is hot. You can actually set the pistachio pieces to the side. These nuts have now been sweetened and are perfect to be added to ice cream or yogurt. But my kids were eating them straight out of the bowl. Before we add the final ingredient, it's a great time for our fun goose fact. Did you know that Canada geese lose their feathers and regrow flying feathers once per year? This can last from 4 to 6 weeks. And now, back to the syrup. Now that we've strained out the nuts, it's time for the final ingredient. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Carefully mix in the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract in with the rest of the ingredients. Stir to make sure it's evenly distributed. Once it's fully mixed, your syrup is ready. I like to store mine in airtight flip-top containers. Once the syrup has cooled, I carefully pour it into my bottles. Once the syrup has been bottled, you can use it immediately or store it in the refrigerator. If you store it in the fridge, it will stay fresh for 2 to 3 weeks. And here's the finished product. I was really happy with how this pistachio syrup turned out. I've been using it to make pistachio lattes the past couple days and they've been excellent. I'm sure you'll love it too. Since you love this video, make sure to subscribe. We're a small family channel, so you subscribing really means a lot and keeps us motivated. Thanks so much. See you next time.